I think a lot of guys find some sort of false peace in uh, always on the scroll, always listening to something, always doing something. And they find false peace. They find really distraction in those things. And I was thinking about this several Lents ago, and Lent is a time in the Catholic Church when you typically give something up, and it could be food or whatever it might be. Anyway, you deny yourself, and it's a great spiritual exercise to deny yourself. So one of those spiritual exercises I did, one year I gave up drinking. That was great. Another year I gave up meat and cheese and other things that I liked, and that was pretty tough. I thought I had it. I was about 10 or 11 days in. I was like, oh, this not eating meat or cheese for the entirety of Lent is pretty easy. And then the next day rolled around. I was like, whoa, this is getting real hard. And then all I wanted to do was eat a steak and chew on something because I was sick of eating soft eggs and soft food. It was weighing on my soul. But anyway, I made it through, and I don't do it half-heartedly like some folks do. They go, oh well, it's Lent. You could have your Lenten fast, and Sundays is your feast day, so don't worry about it. No, I just did the whole thing. I said the whole thing. Anyway, let's get back to the main point of this video, which a lot of guys distract themselves. So recently I gave up the scroll. I gave up kind of looking at news, reading articles, just just reading tons of stuff online, constantly looking things up, watching videos. I just gave up the scroll I don't know, I think it was like Wednesday this past week I gave up the scroll. And immediately I wanted to scroll. I wanted to get back on. I want to scroll something. I wanted to distract myself from anything going around in my house. And I think a lot of guys do that. We distract ourselves from the things that we know we should be doing, or the conversations we know we should be having with our wives or our families, or the conversations you should be having with yourself. Just that self reflection. And not in like a weird therapeutic way, but that self reflection of where have I failed to lead properly? Where have I failed to lead myself properly? Where am I failing in this area of my life? Because when you're always distracted, you don't have that time for reflection to look at your leadership of what you're doing and not doing. Because there's a big thing when it comes to that. And then you could take a hard look at yourself because you're not on the scroll and you have more time to start looking, where are you failing as a husband, as a leader, as a father, as a son, as a brother? Where are all those points which you are failing yourself? And how can you correct them? A lot of guys will also start to do the blame game. Well, if my wife was, if my kids were, if my parents were, if my job was, if the economy was. But I think the best exercise that you all can take is to have some self leadership outside of those outdoor, outside, outside your realm factors, because those factors, you're placing blame on those factors. There's more that you can control than that meets the eye. A lot of ways you can respond to situations to take leadership over those situations. There's a lot of ways you can respond to yourself in in life to take leadership over how you interact. I mean, one thing you could do is what I did. I noticed, hey, this thing on the scroll is getting to be too much, man. It's affecting It's affecting my job. It's affecting myself. It's affecting my children. It's affecting my family. It's affecting my wife. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done. So I'm taking a break till Easter, which is going to be a long time. So a long time with not knowing what's going on outside. Specific work related news. If it's industry related, I'm going to obviously read industry related periodicals. But other than that, I'm out, man. I'm out. And immediately, I have a ton more time. A lot. A lot of time for working, fixing, doing, building, working out, not being distracted. A lot of time for self reflection as well. I did say one thing on a caveat. I said, hey, I'm going to do this, but I'll respond, I'll read your comments if you drop a comment, and I'll answer the questions, whatever that might be. That's about it. So I'm going to make these videos for you guys, and as much for you guys as they are for me, and also answer the questions. So I recommend strongly to you men out there that you start to unplug from this stupid device. And maybe say, well, I do a lot of good on my device, and maybe you do. But I'm sure there's a lot of other just mindless scrolling that you're looking at, and mindless activities that you're doing, and you're feeding curiosity. You're distracting yourself, probably purposely, probably subconsciously on purpose, from things that are important to do that are at hand. Maybe that's fixing something with your wife or your children or your house, or taking care of some sort of business. Maybe I'm doing it right now by making this stupid video. I don't know. I hope not. I'm just making a recommendation to you guys to start to quit the scroll too, man. Start to just let it go. Because you're going to find you have a lot more time, a lot more insight, a lot more leadership when you do quit the scroll. What can I do instead? I watch these videos about masculinity and leadership and working out. I don't know. Go get a freaking book. Go to the library. Go get a book. You can go look in a book. You can look that stuff up. You can. The book will have far more information, and probably far truer information if you get the right books. So just think about those things. I'm off the scroll. So if you like this video, share, subscribe, whatever. Out.